My name is Goxy. I'm the recruit of the Black Cross. Here with me is Dr. Emerson. She and I will be your educators today, so enjoy your stay. Dr. Emerson, please.
Hello, everybody. I would like to start off this training with basic bandaging and stitching of wounds. Will, would you please come here? First, we're going to start with heavy cuts and how to stitch those up. So, once your person is bleeding, to stitch up a wound, you can easily use a sewing kit. Make sure it's soft. Please don't scream. Make sure it's a soft stitching, and you use any color that they prefer. That's very important. After that, you want to make sure you disinfect the wound.
And disinfection looks painful.
Yeah, it hurts. Now I'm gonna show you how to bandage up a light cut. Make sure, with one of the 3 items I told you about, that you disinfect your rags and the wound, and then you just bandage it up. Can I please have a volunteer from the audience?
So I can just stab somebody.
Oh, Sky Tony, thank you so much. Please, please come up here.
Missed my chance.
Hello, thank you for being the volunteer that I picked randomly.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So now I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how to give a basic CPR and mouth to mouth.
Up, don't shoot. Huh?
Yeah, okay.
Huh?
Technical
I can give you.
difficulties.
I can give you an arm with that.
Did you taste a jam?
Yeah.
Oh.
Boo.
Hey. Just use this.
He's got the perfect tool.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Right
yeah.
in the chest should do the job.
No, I mean,
Chest.
don't listen. Hey, you're gonna listen to this guy. You're gonna listen to yourself. You're a doctor. You know what a gunshot wound looks like, right?
I
have
don't
shotgun
think I should
slugs.
shoot him.
I have shotgun slugs.
Hey
I
Jack,
have
we need your
shotgun-
taser in
rubber
here. No,
shotgun
we've got a
slugs.
we got a
Listen, this
spare
is a lot more
taser.
than
Nobody's
I'm
talking
talking
about.
about.
This is how we're
I don't know.
I was gonna say.
There, see?
Okay,
See? It's
okay,
easy.
so
It's easy.
so now when he's
Mouth
on the
to mouth.
ground, you want to make sure there's nothing blocking the way. Tilt his head back, saddle him, and chest compressions and breathing into his mouth.
Did that work? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it worked. Are you okay?
Yeah, can you treat the gunshot wound in my chest now?
It's just a flesh wound.
Good thing we already went over bandaging and stitching wounds.
Yeah, thank God.
No more firearms
that's-
for
that's
the
all I
remainder
needed
of
you
the
for.
seminar. Thank you for understanding as well as complying.
Now
Thanks, Clyde.
What a trooper.
I need another
Anytime, Tony.
volunteer from the audience.
Clyde.
I'll go for it.
Okay, come here. Please, can I use a revolver?
It's not gonna work on me.
I got a longhorn. Do you want to
well,
try that?
It has to work on you. This is why you volunteer.
All right, you know what? I can take a shot.
Do you want to take off your? Okay.
I'm gonna do me.
Now that he's on the ground, another way to get somebody up quick. Epi.
Wish I'd volunteered.
Ooh.
My God.
Oh, that felt good. Oh, the fire!
Don't burn.
Jesus
And
Christ. You were a
the
doctor.
training that the training that we learned earlier. Bandage up the wound.
Is that where you shot me?
Yup.
Ooh, that was a little close. close to
Yep,
the old
sorry about
family
that.
jewels there.
Don't worry, I missed it. I missed. That now that concludes my portion of the
For your shirt.
Yeah,
the
that'd be nice.
training.
Thanks.
Thank you, everybody.
Good shit, Emerson.
Ray,
Nice.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Indeed, indeed.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, that's
As you can see here, we're having a person with an epileptic attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit
The
down for a second.
thing you should do is let them calm down. So you should put them in a position where they're lying down on their side with their knee in front of their leg and their head pushed towards the sky in order not to swallow their tongue and in order not to suffocate. So this is the position that you should put them in. In case they start having a heart attack during an epilepsy, which can happen, in case they start having a heart attack during an epilepsy attack, the only way you can help them is using morphine to alleviate the pain and to drive them safely to a doctor like Dr. Emerson is. So we are going to ask our test subject to break his bones for us.
everything's
Everything is
fine.
okay.
Don't worry.
Where?
There's a bear outside.
One test subject coming up.
Alright,
Hit-
the test
hit-
subject
Will-
is
Will-
ready.
He'll be okay. Yeah, it's just the bear.
First, you got mauled by a bear.
So I'm crafting a split right now with 2 rags and a stick. In order to put a splint on a person, you should tell them to calm down. Possibly lay down, but if they're in a state of shock, standing up, if they lay down, they will get into more shock. So you should let them stay at the position where they are. And you're going to wrap their leg by putting it below and above the fracture and squeezing it, but not hard enough to break the circulation. So this is how you fix a fracture. Our test subject here is having an allergic reaction to the cloth that we have given him, and he is suffocating. So in order to help him, we use EpiPens to save his life and
Jesus
to
Christ, that escalated quick.
and the effect should be momentarily. He should be breathing, his airway should be open. Fine. How are you feeling?
Yes. High as a kite.
He's on
Awesome.
the
Can we
verge.
get
Oh, yeah.
Kurt back here?
I have a question.
Yes, of course.
Oh, are we gonna show us like euthanasia? Cause he looks pretty bad. I think it might be better to just, end it clean.
No, we do not condone euthanasia here. I am so sorry.
Yeah, but I mean, look at him.
But I mean, if he asked for it,
Just put him
Maybe.
out of his
Yeah.
misery.
Kurt, I'm gonna...
I can show you how to do it quick.
No, I think we all know how to do it quick.
But do you
Okay.
know how to do it slow?
I think we're already
no,
doing
I'm
that
not,
here tonight.
I'm not doing getting
Sure.
burned. Torchwood love that too much.
that will get his clothes on fire so we can do first aid when it comes to being caught on fire.
Tony.
No fucking way. You already shot me in the chest. I'm not gonna go stand on the fire.
Hmm.
I mean, Tony.
He didn't shoot you technically.
Ah, that's a good point. But he let me get shot in the chest.
scared to be burned?
Thank you very much. So please light your clothes on fire.
Torchwood guy do it.
Well, let me first. Okay. So you should not panic. You should come here. Move away.
I didn't see it. I think you have to go back.
Drop down. You're on fire. Drop down. Roll. roll, 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 roll. More, 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 more. Awesome, awesome, good job. The person has been saved. See here, our test subject right here has a broken leg, and while he's recovering, after his leg is healed, he will have muscle injury, muscle damage because of not moving his leg that much. So what he should do, if he injures his leg again, but it's not bones, he should do a rise technique, which means rest, ice, compression, elevation, which means that he should lay down on his back and lift up his legs. Yes. And rest until he feels much better and able to move again. That would be it for the basic first aid. I'm going to ask our volunteer Eli to present to you combat first aid training.
Excellent. So as you can see, we've got a couple notes here. I haven't had much time to go over them, but we'll be going over them one by one.
It should be noted that these notes were prepared by volunteer Alex.
Indeed, Alex. Now, as part of combat first aid training, you have your master drill. This is what we'll be reading from. We go a top-down read. So, the first thing you would do, as he has put it here, are you under fire? Yes. Then the first and most obvious thing to do would be to win the firefight. Plus, is there any access to injured? If you're under fire, yes. Is there catastrophic bleeding? Then yes, that would require a tourniquet, something to stop bleeding, heavily bleeding. Unconscious would mean roll them on their side, as we've come across somebody that is injured, and then evacuate. Assess the situation, remove them to emergency
speak to the
transport,
wounded
get them out of the
individual,
situation.
ask what happened.
Injured is unable to communicate.
If they are and they're
ventilating, you need pressure on reason, calm down. You want to
first
the throat, keep the injury pressure high,
deep breath,
and want to make sure that the subject remains
make sure
calm,
that the
breathing
situation,
into some seating position or lying down position sufficient enough in both things in here.
You might want to skip the rest since, Alex wrote.
Hey, we'll look at this, Kurt.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
what?
this isn't super shorthand. I don't know how you're reading this at all.
I'm making it up off the cuff.
Jesus. We need Alex here. We'll do another lesson when we have Alex.
So, do you have any more questions?
I was wondering,
Yes?
are we gonna discuss like shrapnel wounds or anything at all?
Yes, we can discuss shrapnel wounds.
Oh, should
Shrapnel
we get some
wounds?
volunteers?
No, no.
No.
Hope.
Can look at mine if you want.
We don't need
I
volunteers.
mean, the
for that.
best, description will be if we do it live, right?
No.
Some things are, some things aren't.
That's unnecessary. We've already gone over other piercing wounds.
Do you have any more questions for today's training?
I have a question.
Yes.
Roughly how much blood can one use before they die?
How much blood can one lose before they die? Roughly...
Asking for a friend.
3 liters.
Good to know.
You, Mr. Ray, had a question?
Yeah, I was wondering if you were going to cover IV infusions and blood transfusions.
Yes, of course. We can cover IV and transfusion and blood transfusion. That is more advanced, but we can cover that also. Please, Mr. Eli, can I have that sailing bag? What we have here is a sailing bag. A sailing bag can help anyone regain their fluids really fast. So, for example, we have Mr. Kurt here, and he has lost a lot of blood and a lot of fluids for example, he has cholera or diarrhea or anything, in order to help him recover fast, we are going to give him a saline bag. You give it directly to the vein. That is what a saline bag does. A blood transfusion, you should know. O negative, you can give to anyone. Any blood type. A minus, A positive. B minus, B positive. AB minus, AB positive. You can give it to any blood type. AB positive can have any blood type. A minus can only have O minus and A minus. AB minus and B minus can only have O minus and AB minus. B minus can only have O minus and B minus. Positives can have O minus, and A positive can have A positive and O minus. B positive can have O minus and B positive. AB positive can have O minus and AB positive. If you guys don't have any more questions, you should line up so you will be given your first aid training certificates.
Sessions. They're handwritten by Goxy here. 20 of them, so get them while you can.
That if you shoot someone in the chest with a 357.
Please line up in front of me so you can get yours.
Hey, Doc, can I just ask you one other quick question?
Yes.
Is there any harm in like putting, you know, a reproductive organ in like a honey jar?
No.
That's safe. That's like safe to do. Yeah.
To some extent, yes, but be careful.
Even if you do it like a
infections,
lot.
wash it
If you do it a lot.
I wouldn't advise it.
I'm glad that it went well.
You don't know what
and
you're
that
talking about.
Nobody died.
Yeah.
This doctor's a quack.
So I got pretty scared. I'm glad Clyde's got a steady hand and didn't hit me out of nothing.
I wasn't gonna do it, but he just did it, and I was like, okay, show me what you want. But don't worry, I did,
Also,
I
what
did
the
it
heck?
as revenge.
Yeah, that
I
was
aimed
pretty.
right
That was
at your
pretty good.
chest. I aimed right at your chest.
I didn't even
was the
like.
thing.
I didn't see it even. It didn't touch me.
I aimed right at your chest. Like I
Are you
aimed
sure
down
the
the
gun
sights
didn't
right
jam?
at your chest.
Tony,
I cleared
get in the line.
Nah, I'm alright.
Hey, you're supposed to aim for the.
Yeah,
You're supposed to off your comrades.
Plus, I didn't. Well, no, she didn't even hit me. I don't think.
Yeah, you're supposed to aim for the head or legs.
I don't know. I feel like her taser jammed.
Signed by you.
It did the first time, but then still, like, you're not gonna hit it if you aim for the chest. You aim for the legs and head.
Yeah, but it would still it just wouldn't knock me out. It would still shock me a little
Yeah,
bit, right?
no, that's how tasers work. If you're not aiming for the legs or the head, you're not gonna.
Bernard, I'm at the front of the line.
It's just gonna act like your body's not there.
Yeah.
It just doesn't hit. And no, technically I missed the mouth part since I was conscious. So I figured I won't.
Some kind of game.
I have to get that later. The next.
You're being moody with me. I know you're supposed to be safe. Thank you so much.
You are being moved.
I love
so
you.
proud of
She
you. You're
was
so smart.
anxious.
I
She
love
was
you
nervous
too.
about the whole thing. I mean,
Thank you.
Couldn't hold it.
Hang it up in my office.
Awesome.
That guy got a recording. What the fuck's a recording?
Oh, hello, Mr. Bean.
Thank you so much.
So good.
You did so good,
so
too.
good.
It's on nap time.
You
did so good.
Just trying to be out of the gym when nap time comes, but we still got time. So, and you can still hang around
You're
afterwards.
amazing. Thank you so much for this.
Yeah, of course.
I just don't have a mail.
You did great.
Yes, of course, of course.
Yeah,
You did great.
Thank
Man, last
you.
time I saw one of y'all,